Good afternoon. My name is Ariel Elliott, and today my presentation will be on the ACE method. Without further ado, let's get started. So, today I will talk about what is ACE, what's the purpose of ACE. We're going to analyze the A in ACE. We are also going to talk about the composure part of ACE, and we are also going to talk about how to evaluate. Then we are going to talk about when to use ACE, ACE outside of business, and the do's and don'ts of ACE as well. Introduction. ACE is an acronym which stands for Analyze, Compose, and Evaluate. Those three words together form a powerful tool, a tool that is vital in the world of business. By the end of this PowerPoint, you will know how to effectively use ACE inside and out of business. ACE is important in communication, and without communication, everything falls apart. As we all know, in business, we have to communicate in order to get things done, to transfer a message, to understand. ACE will help you effectively communicate messages, to help you understand messages, to help you how to write effectively. ACE is the backbone of all communications. What's the purpose of ACE? ACE is a great method. ACE is a way to ensure effective communication with your audience. ACE also helps you to fully think out your message and create the message and properly review the material. So ACE in its three parts, which is analyze, compose, and evaluate. Each section helps you to think about each part separately, and then collectively as a whole, you'll have an amazing message. Now we're going to talk about the A of ACE, which is analyze. Analyze sets the stage for your business message and helps you make good decisions. During the analyzing phase, it's important to study four important elements. Purpose. Purpose is important because you have to know what your message is about. You have to know what you want your audience to understand. What's the purpose of you writing this whole message? Second, your audience. You have to know who your audience is. In order to be effective, part of being effective is knowing who your audience is. 3, content. You have to know what you need to portray to your audience. So what kind of content you need. For example, do you need an address? Do you need the date? Do you need the time? Do you need important details? So you have to know what kind of content you need to include in your message. And the medium. Lastly, but the medium. So the medium is what kind of outlet you want to use to portray your message. So would you like to portray your message via email? Would you like to use a memo? Would you like to portray it on your social media accounts? Or would you like to write a letter to your audience? Taking the time to analyze the purpose, audience content, and medium will help you complete the second step in ACE, which is the composing phase. Composing is more than just putting words together. Anyone can slap words together on a paper, but we do not call that composing. Composing is using your results from the analyzing phase to create the perfect message. Beware of your grammar, content, and tactics that you plan to use. For example, you will need to be persuasive, informative, or both. So during the composing phase, you take your results from the analyzing phase and then you put your thoughts together to create an amazing piece. Now we are going to move on to the E of ACE, which is evaluate. Evaluating is the process of reviewing your work by asking yourself questions such as, is it formatted professionally? Is it wording effectively? Is the message wording correctly? Have you included all necessary content? So these questions you ask yourself when reviewing your material, just to make sure you have covered all bases. Also, I would suggest either having a second pair of eyes take a look at your work, or stepping away for maybe even 5-10 minutes and coming back and rereading your work as well. That little time can help you refocus, and then you may catch errors that you didn't see before prior to working on your message. When to use ACE. Personally, I think you can use ACE with any and everything that you do. In a work setting, it's definitely proficient to use ACE for email, memo, all social media accounts, blogs, web pages, or even during a presentation. Any communication that you do, ACE can be definitely helpful with that. Also, ACE is very helpful outside of business as well. You can use ACE for invitations, to create letters, for your personal social media accounts, for postcards, birthday cards, anything that requires you to transfer information from one person to another, you can use ACE. For example, if you are going to write a birthday card, you might want to write, you need to know who your audience is. So you need to know who you are addressing in this card. You also need to know what kind of things you would like to put in this card. For example, if you just want to wish happy birthday, or maybe if it's for a significant other, you might want to compose a special memory, or even a poem or something of that nature. Also, you can use ACE to write lyrics, proposals, and personal emails as well. So ACE is an amazing tool inside and outside of business. The do's and don'ts of ACE. So the ACE process might seem time-consuming at first, but it's important not to rush this process. In order for this process to be effective, it's important to not rush and to not skip important parts during this process, or else there was no purpose of you using this method. Also, don't be afraid to revise and improve your work. This process allows you can go in at any point and change something and revise and improve just to make your work better. Don't be afraid to leave something because you think it's set in stone. It's not set in stone. If you would like to change something, please do so. Also, it's important to follow every step in order. Each step in the order that it is written plays an important role in the whole process. Also, analyze as long as you need to before composing. I think that part is the biggest and most important part, because you're getting all of your ideas and thoughts together before you actually compose. So I think if you spend a lot of time on the analyzing part, and if you spend a lot of time analyzing, your message will be amazing. But if you don't spend as much time, if you kind of skip through that part and then you go straight to composing and you don't think about what you want to write, your medium, your audience, if you don't think about those factors, your message will not be effective. So that was my presentation on the ACE method. This method is something new that I learned in this class, and I was so excited to learn all these new things about this process, and I will definitely implement all of these, the ACE method, in mostly everything I do, especially everything with business. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. And once again, my name is Ariel Elliott. Have a great day.